Question comes from Norma Finger.
The American people were fed the illusion of two candidates, that a choice had to be made between the lesser of two evils. We are being fed the idea that we are powerless, and that our opinions can only be made within the bounds of the existing system, when in fact we the people are the future, and are the ones who absolutely can and must create change. How do we educate and empower the people in understanding that we are not just bystanders of where the world will go, and that we have a powerful voice and ability to create the change that we wish to see?
Now, Nakira, I'll start with you there. I have to say that young woman is from a school that's joined us tonight, so it is reflecting, I think, what a lot of young people are thinking, which is that they're sort of powerless, politics goes on above their heads. What can you do about it?
I think you've answered your own question. And the thing that I remind myself, I'm just a writer and an actor. I get up here and I have no idea what I'm talking about. And I have people, say things. It feels like it's above my head. But the thing is, democracy is a two-way relationship. And we do have a say and we do have a vote. And, people would like you to believe that with the Trump presidency, that it comes down to, the poor and disenfranchised, that they are the ones to blame, that it is white women who voted for Trump that are the ones to blame. Trump, the majority of his voters were upper middle class, educated college men who voted for him on the basis of his campaign for racism, for homophobia, for sexism, for discrimination, right? So we need to remember, and so how he won was that the Democrats, people who voted for Obama, a lot of those didn't go and vote because, again, it felt like, what did you have to choose from? It was like choosing between who's going to be king shit of Turd Island. To be totally ungraceful about it. So what I think you've answered your own question is understand that you do have a voice. And yes, your voice may not be at play within the kind of democracy that is so partisan at the moment that it feels like it loses touch with the Australian public, but eventually the politicians will have to come to you. And we have powers in numbers. So, spread the word, be there, practice your dissent in any way you can. And I'm shaking my fist like it's a power movement, but you answered your own question.
But, Tony, can I say that for a democracy to work, you've actually got to accept the result, even if you don't like the result. Sure, speak out, continue to advocate for the cause that you believe in, but at the end of the day, if you are willing to say, well, I don't like the result and therefore I will walk away from it, you fracture the fabric of democracy.
But Eric, are you kind of referring to the protests in response to Trump's election, that those people are kind of not doing the right thing by rejecting Trump and making that a public act?
Or to a certain extent, but what I heard in the previous comment was that possibly you need to be the power and shake a fist, etc. Our democracy is a very fragile flower. Not many countries have the benefit of a genuine democracy.
If our democracy can't stand up to people being vocal and voicing their dissent, then what kind of democracy do we have? Don't call our democracy a fragile flower. People should be able to have their say.
OK, there's no fragile flowers on this.
It's very interesting, isn't it? People ought to have their say, but I was cut off midstream.
Oh, you haven't been censored, Eric. You're a powerful man with a powerful platform. Let's not buy into this whole idea that you've been censored or you're being silenced somehow on national television.
Benjamin, the point I'm making is that those that preach tolerance so often are those that interrupt. Exactly. I want things to be polite, and I make no apology.
I'm not into being polite.
OK, Benjamin, can I address